What's up, everyone? You know who I am. I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. Yeah. Check us out on YouTube. Hit us up, and now we're doing part 2 of Lobo and the Mask. Yes, Lobo and the Mask have set off looking for the mask's previous owner, who caused all kinds of chaos and destruction throughout the galaxy. Lobo's been hired, a billion credits on the line, and the mask earning a measly 5%. But anyways, they're hunting this guy down. They're doing a little song as they fly from place to universe, planet to planet. And they are just raining hell down. Now, these guys are tough. They're an entire army. But this is Lobo and the Mask. And they just start blowing the hell out of everything. Boom, boom, bang, bang, bang. The blood that they're spilling this day is monumentous. And they're just murdering everybody in sight. And it's just funny because the Mask is sort of cheering them on, as they're looking for this previous owner. And Lobo's kind of feeling like he's getting played at this point because they're not finding this person. And quite frankly, he wants his money, he wants his island, and he wants to kick back with a bunch of women and just have one hell of a good time. But Lobo has a good time while he's murdering things too, so let's continue with the story. The Mask finds an arms depot, top secret, weird weapons. Wow, what a clue, huh? Anyways, the Mask shimmies up the drain pipe, tells Lobo that it's all clear, but it's not. Lobo gets attacked, blown away, but fortunately he has that healing factor, and the Mask just has himself one hell of a good laugh. And Lobo opens his mouth up, sticks a grenade in, and poof! So these guys are just basically blowing each other up, blowing other people up, and just outright killing everything. Now they're trying to figure out a way to find this guy. And Lobo's getting very, very impatient with the Mask. So they decide to use this big, big cannon. They type in everything they know about the guy. And this was supposed to spread out, find out where he is, and blow it up. But instead, the blast fires out and it ends up destroying an entire star system. Now, this is before The Force Awakens, keep this in mind. And this cannon is a lot smaller and also doesn't need to be attached to the Earth. So, much better technology from these aliens. Boom, they laugh at each other. One says, oops, and then they have one hell of a good laugh. And they go on a mission, of course, killing the sun god, the moon god, according to their songs, blowing everything up in sight, just having a good old time, romping through the universe, destroying everything until they come to a black hole and a bar. And this has to be the place. This has to be the place where this guy is located, where they can find him. Because Lobo's getting tired of the Mask shit. He's getting tired of him fucking him around. And now they're here. And of course the Mask tries to set Lobo up. And they all open fire upon him. As Lobo ducks in the restroom and the Mask is trying to slip out of the toilet. He does his best "What's up, Doc" imitation, and then Lobo asks him if he's screwing around, and of course the Stooges appear and he cuts all their heads off. And now Lobo, of course, blows him up again. Seems to be his punishment for him. Now he's going to drop some guilt on the Mask. He hasn't tried this, and it's not the Mask he's trying to get through. It's the guy under the Mask. He's trying to get him to take it off. That way he can figure out his next move without that raving, jabbing idiot in his ear. But he has it, and he feels a pull to put it on. It's almost like a hypnotic suggestion, a need. And does Lobo put it on? Well, of course he does. And behold, the creature they were looking for, the ultimate one, is here. And man, it is time to rain some destruction down. You think it was bad when it was two of them? It's even worse when two become one. And Lobo was having a little fun here. These guys are discussing whether they've seen him before, whether they know who he is. And this is just freaking hilarious. He's literally ripped their heads off and is now using them as puppets. Like I said, it has just got fucking crazy. Everything is going to hell. And Lobo's just having a good old time. Or Mask Lobo, whatever. And he's trying to figure out what his next move's going to be. Considering that he still wants to collect that $1 billion. But he decides to make meat pies out of the rest of the people. still using those guys' heads to hold the knife and the scoop as they all flee into the black hole. They don't really have a choice. They'd rather face the uncertainty of the black hole than having to deal with Lobo. Meanwhile, the guy in the mask suit asks for a ride home, or the former mask. Other people in the universe are kind of panicking because Lobo is just raining destruction down on wherever he goes, blowing stuff up wherever he goes, and he realizes that he has some money to collect. He wants that $1 billion. I mean, why not? It's his, or at least in his mind. So he steps up to that planet, just as pleased as punch, and this big brute claiming to be the king's nephew or something or other that he never met before tells him to step aside. He doesn't know what he's talking about, completely unaware of Lobo's presence or who he is. He actually rips Lobo off his feet, and he turns into a bunch of little Lobos, and they just start killing him, stabbing him, basically murdering him. And he's trying to get back to that uncle, and Lobo literally reads his mind. I mean, not psychically. He sort of like hypnotizes him, rips his brain out, and then it tells him where he is. So back where he started, he's kind of looking around, and he sees something he likes, a big crown. So he just takes it from the guy. Why not? Lobo wants it. And he's walking around with his god-awful hat, and the guards decide to shoot at him, which probably wasn't the greatest idea in the world. Lobo turns around bloodthirsty. A bunch of arms pop out. I mean, this is like Mask and Lobo level type power here. I love how this guy tries to run. Lobo just takes his eyes, puts them in the shotgun, and boom! Fires them out and murders this guy. Pops out from the sewer, and the eyes go back into his head. Yeah. You gotta love that kind of violence. Of course, this guy tries to take a shot, and Lobo appears out of nowhere like Bugs Bunny, takes it right in the body. Boom! But this is the masked Lobo we're talking about. Even though it seems like he's a pile of cinder, his spirit rises and has a little heart-to-heart with this guy. And right before he cuts off his head, of course. Gets back to the bike, and someone left a little message saying that he smells. And that sends the masked Lobo nuclear. Literally, boom! There went that city. And now he's going to find out who did this. Who put this sign on it? And the universe will pay for mocking the main man. And he goes on a killing spree that you wouldn't believe, destroying planets, worlds, people, civilizations. And this reign of terror brings him back to where it all started on Earth. And all the destruction he caused. He just pulls the mask off. He's kind of getting tired of being used by the mask, and no one uses the main man. He throws it in the garbage pile and runs into himself. Lobo from the past and Lobo from the present. When he went to the black hole, he went back in time a month, and he's the one that's been causing all the destruction that they send Lobo after. So Lobo, knowing that he can't catch the mask, takes the past Lobo that committed all those crimes, shaves his head, paints his face, he collects the bounty on him, and I'm sure there's a lesson to be learned, but it ain't sure in the hell ain't going to be learned from Lobo, as he takes off with the money, leaving the Lobo that caused all the damage in prison. Woo! Damn. While the mask is sitting waiting for his playmate, waiting for a little destruction to happen. And if Lobo's not going to show up, I guess he's going to have to start without him. And that is our story. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.